That's a great question. Everybody's probably heard of retail apocalypse, right? So physical stores are dying and the headlines are all about how the big chains are closing down. But in my opinion, it's heavily overblown. Reality is right now 85% of retail is still physical, but that, it doesn't mean it's just one channel. Increasingly, it's all about being accessible to customers wherever they are, because customers don't want to just engage through shopping. They want to engage through discovery. So many reasons why you want to push physical retail versus, for example, only e-commerce. When people say, oh, I have to go digital, I need to open an e-commerce store, my first question to them is, have you optimized everything that you're doing in your store? You already pay those fixed costs. Everything you sell additional in that store, you make higher margin because your fixed costs are already covered, right? So in this case, you have to think about it. Like, there's so many pros and cons to e-commerce. Pros, of course, is that everybody wants to be found immediately nowadays, and they want their catalog up there because shoppers like to see that information. But at the same time, you have to think about it. People are much more price conscious online versus in store. At the same time, there's huge costs to online, right? Free shipping is a massive cost. The return rates are proven to be, in many cases, more than double of what they are in a physical store. And people are more inclined to return online because there isn't that interaction where people have guilt involved, right? When you're returning something to the store and they know it shouldn't be returned. And so you have to think about these additional costs of going digital, even though there's supposedly no overhead, right, associated with those sales. Other things you want to think about that you're missing out if you don't leverage physical are things such as impulse buys. When a person comes into a store to buy one thing, they often walk out with multiple things, right? It's happened to me, still happens to me all the time. Other things you want to think about are, for example, cross-selling and upselling. You have people in the store, and you yourself, if you're in the store, are probably the best person to be able to tell people, that item that you're looking at really goes well with this, or maybe even get them to buy something even better than what they were originally considering. All of these things and moments are part of the reasons why I don't think physical retail is going to die, but it's just going to be a major core or focus of retail as we move forward. I mean, after all, you're seeing more and more pure e-commerce businesses opening physical stores because they've realized they can make more money in those physical stores than they can online. And it means more engaged customers that come back with repeat business. Another thing that you want to know though, and this is where I talk to customers about utilizing technology, those stores are famous for using data and using the data well to make sure that everything that they're doing in that physical store is being driven by some type of statistic or analytics. So as I said, this is kind of my reason for encouraging customers to really reconsider revamping or reviewing the operations and performance of their physical store first.